It was a chilly December evening in New York City. Donald Trump, draped in a tailored overcoat and signature red tie, arrived at an upscale gala hosted to raise funds for local charities. The venue was a grand ballroom, sparkling with chandeliers and filled with the city's elite. Trump, known for his larger-than-life personality, mingled with guests, made speeches, and pledged a significant donation to the event. As the evening progressed, a modestly dressed woman approached Trump. Her name was Martha, and she was the director of the once-thriving Harmony Orphanage, a historical building on the outskirts of the city. Martha explained how the orphanage was struggling to stay afloat due to dwindling funds and an aging facility that could barely house the children in its care. Trump listened attentively, his expression softening as Martha spoke. She showed him photos of the orphanage, peeling paint, leaky ceilings, and children bundled up in layers to fight the cold. "Mr. Trump, we've done everything we can, but we're out of options. The city's support has dwindled, and if we don't find help soon, we'll have to shut down." Trump's brow furrowed. "How many kids are we talking about?" he asked. 42, Martha replied, her voice heavy with worry. "And they have nowhere else to go." Trump paused, glancing at the photos again. "Martha, let's fix this," he said firmly. "Give me the address of the orphanage. I want to see it for myself." The very next morning, Trump's black limousine pulled up to the Harmony Orphanage. The building stood as a relic of better days, its once proud architecture now faded and worn. Children peeked out from behind frosted windows, curious about the high-profile visitor. As Trump stepped inside, he was greeted by the sight of smiling but weary faces. The children's laughter echoed through the drafty halls, a stark contrast to the crumbling walls and worn-out furniture. Trump toured the facility, taking note of every crack and leak, every outdated appliance, and every inadequate room. When the tour ended, Trump turned to Martha. "You've done a remarkable job with what you have, but these kids deserve better. We're going to rebuild this place from the ground up." Martha's eyes widened in disbelief. "You mean renovate?" "No," Trump said, his tone decisive. "I mean rebuild. These kids need a home that inspires hope, not one that reminds them of struggle." Within days, Trump assembled a team of architects, contractors, and designers. The project was fast-tracked, with Trump's personal oversight ensuring every detail was addressed. The old orphanage was carefully torn down, and in its place, a state-of-the-art facility began to rise. The new Harmony Orphanage featured spacious bedrooms, a modern kitchen, classrooms, a library, and even a playground. Solar panels on the roof provided sustainable energy, and a team of caregivers and educators was hired to support the children's growth. During the construction phase, Trump made frequent visits to check on the progress and spend time with the children. He brought gifts, hosted pizza nights, and even helped one of the kids, an aspiring entrepreneur, design a small lemonade stand to learn about business. During one visit, Trump noticed a young boy named Jamie sitting quietly in a corner, drawing intricate designs of robots and futuristic buildings. Intrigued, Trump sat down beside him and asked, "What are you working on, Jamie?" Jamie hesitated, then showed Trump his sketches. "I want to be an engineer," the boy said shyly, "but I don't think I'll ever be able to go to college." Trump smiled. "Jamie, never let go of that dream. And don't worry about college. When the time comes, we'll make sure you get there." These moments of connection inspired Trump to go beyond rebuilding the orphanage. He partnered with local organizations to establish scholarships for the children, ensuring they had access to quality education and opportunities for higher learning. One evening, Trump decided to host a special dinner for the children and staff. He arranged for a renowned chef to prepare a gourmet meal and set up a temporary dining hall under a heated tent. The children were delighted by the elegant setup, and Trump personally served plates to each of them. As they ate, he asked them about their dreams and ambitions, encouraging them to aim high and believe in themselves. The construction of the orphanage was not without its challenges. A severe snowstorm delayed the delivery of critical materials, and the team had to work through freezing conditions to stay on schedule. Trump, determined to see the project succeed, frequently visited the site to boost morale. He even brought warm meals and coffee for the workers, thanking them for their dedication. Months later, the grand opening of the new Harmony Orphanage was a citywide event. Cameras flashed as Trump cut the ceremonial ribbon, surrounded by cheering children and grateful staff. Martha stood beside him, tears streaming down her face. "Mr. Trump," she said during her speech, "you didn't just give us a building. You gave us hope and a future." Trump stepped forward, addressing the crowd. "These kids are the future. They deserve every opportunity to succeed, and it's our duty to ensure they have it. This isn't just a building, it's a place where dreams can take flight." The children presented Trump with a handmade thank you card, filled with their drawings and messages of gratitude. Trump, visibly moved, promised to stay involved and ensure the orphanage continued to thrive. Later that evening, Trump met with Jamie once more. He handed the boy a special notebook, embossed with the words, "Dream big." Inside, Trump had written a personal note. "Jamie, the world needs thinkers and builders like you. Never stop creating. Donald J. Trump." The following weeks saw a flurry of activity at the orphanage. Local artists volunteered to paint murals on the walls, turning the hallways into vibrant, inspiring spaces. A tech company donated computers and tablets for the children's education, and Trump worked with his team to organize mentorship programs, connecting the kids with professionals from various fields. One particularly heartwarming moment came when Jamie's sketches were shared with an engineering firm that Trump had contacted. Impressed by the boy's talent, the firm offered him a summer internship, giving Jamie a head start on his dream career. Trump also hosted a gala at the orphanage, inviting city officials, philanthropists, and even a few celebrities. The event aimed to raise awareness and ongoing support for Harmony Orphanage. During the gala, several children performed songs and dances, showcasing their talents and filling the evening with joy and pride. During his speech at the event, Trump shared a story about his own childhood. He spoke about how important it was to have a foundation of support and how every child deserved a chance to thrive. "When we invest in our children," he said, "we're investing in the future of our world." The orphanage quickly became a symbol of hope for the community. Volunteers poured in, from teachers offering free tutoring sessions to gardeners who transformed the outdoor space into a lush, green sanctuary. Trump's initiative inspired other businesses and philanthropists to contribute to similar causes, creating a ripple effect of generosity. 1 year later, Jamie presented Trump with a small prototype of a robot he had built during his internship. It was a gesture of gratitude, and Trump was visibly impressed. "This is incredible, Jamie. I'm proud of you, and I'll be watching as you continue to reach new heights." As the sun set over the new Harmony Orphanage, Trump stood quietly by the playground, watching the children play. For a moment, the world's chaos seemed to fade, replaced by the simple joy of making a difference. Later that week, Trump arranged a surprise for the children, a trip to a nearby amusement park. For many of the kids, it was their first time experiencing roller coasters, carousels, and cotton candy. The day was filled with laughter, and Trump joined in on the fun, even riding the Ferris wheel with a group of excited kids. It was a day they would never forget. Meanwhile, Martha shared how the orphanage's transformation had sparked hope in the surrounding community. Parents began volunteering, and the orphanage became a hub for local events and activities. Trump ensured there was an annual budget set aside for maintenance, so the facility would never fall into disrepair again. One evening, during a quiet moment at his office, Trump received a letter from Jamie. Inside was a heartfelt note and a detailed drawing of a futuristic orphanage, complete with innovations Jamie envisioned to make life even better for children in need. The letter read, "Mr. Trump, thank you for believing in us. You've inspired me to dream bigger and work harder. One day, I hope to build something as incredible as you have for us." Trump kept the letter on his desk as a reminder of the impact one act of kindness could have. And for Harmony Orphanage, the story was far from over. With its new foundation, the orphanage stood as a beacon of hope, proving that even in the toughest of times, compassion and determination could rebuild lives. And this brings us to the end of this story. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more inspiring stories like this. Have a wonderful day.